Hey guys, my name is Ben Johnston. I am the 4th through 6th grade director here at North Coast Calvary Chapel. And I'm coming to you guys from the Surge room where we got new paint on the walls and brand new flooring. And it looks great in here. Thank you, church, for your generosity in helping us with these room renovations. I have a verse for you guys. It's John chapter 1, verses 22 to 23. And it says this: "Finally they say, 'Who are you?' Give us an answer to take us back to those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" John replied with the words of Isaiah the prophet, "I am the voice of one calling in the wilderness, make straight the way for the Lord." And so this is about John the Baptist, and he had begun this ministry, this baptism of repentance, calling to people, telling them to turn from their sins, to prepare the way for Jesus. And it starts to draw a crowd. People start noticing, and the religious leaders are a little upset about it. And so they're sending people over and they're asking John, "Who are you? Who are you? Are you Elijah? Are you a prophet? Are you the Messiah?" And he says, "No, I'm not any of those guys." He is a voice calling in the wilderness to make straight the way for the Lord. That's his calling. That's what God has him doing. As a kid, when I thought of John the Baptist, and even now, the Bible, the description of him is so interesting. He's like this crazy, wild guy who wears camel hair and eats locusts and honey, and he's just like this wild dude. And I always thought that was so weird. But he's actually quoting Isaiah 40, verse 3 here. It says, and I want to read it to you guys. It says, "A voice of one calling in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God." So he's not just some dude who's in the wilderness. No, he's making a way through the wilderness for the Lord. And when Isaiah wrote that prophecy, it was this promise to the Israelites that God would deliver them from exile. That wilderness was this exile they were in. They were away from their homeland, and it was this promise that God would bring them back. And then John takes that and he applies it to himself, that he is the voice that is making a way in the wilderness, preparing the people for the Lord and for Jesus. And he's the messenger of good news, not just for deliverance from exile, but for deliverance from their sins, for everyone's sins. And so I just want you guys to take a moment and think right now about our world and think of ways that it might be like a wilderness. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of evil in the world, and it can feel like that. But just like John, you and I can be that voice in the wilderness, preparing the way for the Lord, bringing that good news of God's deliverance for all of us. So I hope you're able to do that this week. God bless you guys.